very specific skills with like the taiaha, which he did a demonstration of yesterday. You know, he's a trained Maori warrior with Maori weapons, you know, and you know, his energy when I was on set always was electric. I actually thought that Antonio was one of the best actors that I shared scenes with. His ability to translate the character of Barker into something so much more than just so much more than, I don't know, like he had so many dimensions to his character. You know, I think I was telling some people yesterday, but for those of you who don't know this, you know, the very first scene that we got presented as two warriors, I think it was in, was it episode 1 or 2? Episode 1. It must have been 1.
For a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it might have been 3 even. 2 or 3.
Yeah, but I came out and I was trying to think as an actor what my choice would be being presented as a gladiator, right? So I was kind of like, you know, they said, Crixus, the undefeated Gaul, and Barker, the beast of Carthage. And him and me walk out like this, side by side. This is like one of the very first scenes in Spartacus, and I remember this scene so vividly. There was a big Roman orgy about to begin or whatever, you know. All the Romans were there, and there was naked girls dancing in the pond, and him and me came out, and I just remember, I just walked out like this, and I just walked out and I thought, what does a gladiator do for that? Stood there and I was like, You know, I had that Crixus, just that stare, you know, I was just like this. And then I looked sideways at Antonio. And what were you doing?
Oh man, I was doing all sorts. There were actually,
I have to say that when I looked sideways, he had his arm up like this and he was smelling his armpit. Like, this is the prowess he was giving his character. The acting choice was, I just went, Jesus!
But I can't remember if they went with the eels and the bulls in the end. Anyway, there had been eels and the bulls, but there were naked women and things. And they were quite secretive about the scripts and everything, so you didn't actually know the full arc of your character or what was going to happen in the end. Well, I knew I was going to die in episode 6, but when they said, oh, your character's gay, I was like, but what does that mean? Like, well, anyway, there's naked women. I wasn't going to just like stare off into the distance. Talked to a couple of guys that spent some time inside, and you know, kind of got some pretty blunt kind of ways of looking at things. And they're all like, they're all pink in the middle, right?
No, this is the way.
I was looking at these girls because I don't know if we actually got introduced to them, and my tongue was out and everything.
He just played it on another level. Like you know, that was his character. You know, he's talking about his character, of course. But you know, there was the time as well when Spartacus first got called out. You know, I'm sorry, when he first arrived at the Ludus. You know, Spartacus came with all, you know, Andy Whitfield and all these, I think Jai was there,
yeah,
Jai Courtney, Varro, and so it was the first time that they were coming onto our ground. And you know, all of us gladiators were lined up on the top step, you know, above the training square. So, you know, all of us blokey actors, we're all going like, you know, we're gonna kill them. You know, we're doing this, and all the guys are, you know, this, and I turn sideways, and Antonio's at the beam that's holding up the top balcony, and he's going, wow! Where's he making these choices? But then in saying that, you know, I mean, I'm going back to this guy's weapon skills and his Maori warrior spirit. You know, we had a couple of significant times where I think you probably have heard of the haka that we did for Andy Whitfield and whatnot. you know, there was very significant moments where I would say that, you know, we incorporated our culture into some pretty deep and meaningful times on our show. And I'd have to say that on the most important occasions, you know, Antonio led the way and was kind of like our kind of warrior leader, and in those moments. And it was more significant than what I can even explain. You know, on my